Hello students of grade 6. Today's topic for mathematics is from chapter 18, that is area, perimeter and volume. And if you follow the PPT which has been uploaded in the group, you will find that I have done till 18.1 and 18.2. Whereas 18.3 for 18.4 and 18.5 I'll be doing here in the online class. So in order to begin with, first of all, I've started from 18.3, that is for question number 2. When you look back to question number 1, you can see that the question number 1 says copy and complete both methods to find the area of this compound shape. Since everything has been done there, all you have to do is multiply and then to add. So I have skipped off that question number 1 and I'll start with question number 2. Question number 2, it says the question, work out the area and perimeter of each of these compound shapes. As you can see, question number 1, I have drawn the diagram here, the figure here. So we are asked to find the area and perimeter of this particular shape. Now, in order to find the area and then the perimeter, what I have done here is I have divided this particular shape into two groups. That is group A, that is area group A, and group B. So what we are going to do is we'll try to find out the area of group A and we'll try to find out the area of group B, and then we'll add it together, which will give us the total area of the shape. So to begin with, for group A, you can see length of, say, length of A. Let's take it. Length of A is 10 centimeter. Breadth of A. Breadth you can see 4 centimeter. Now let's try to find out the area. There is area of A. Since it's in the shape of a rectangle, so the formula is length into breadth. So length we have 10 into breadth is 4 centimeters square. Gives us 40 centimeters square. Clear? Now, length of B. Length of B is given the length, if you can see here, from one point to the other end, the whole length is 10 centimeter. But when you look at the figure here, you can see that 10 centimeter has been separated into 7 and 3 centimeter is already there from before. So what I did was 10 minus 3 gives us the remaining length of the shape, that is 7 centimeter. Now breadth of B. What is the breadth of B? You can see here it's given as 5. So here we get area of B, that is length into breadth, 7 into 5 gives centimeter square, gives us 35 centimeter square. So now here we have found out the area of both A and then B. The question says work out the area. The area is done. Now we are asked to find also the perimeter. So now perimeter of A. We know the formula for rectangle. We know the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, that is 2 bracket L plus B. 2. Length we have 10 centimeter here. Breadth we have 4 centimeter. Remember, perimeter will always be in centimeter units, whereas area will be in square units. Here we get 2 into 10 plus 4, we get 14 centimeter, gives us 14 times gives us 28 centimeter. So the perimeter of A is 28 centimeter. Now let's calculate the perimeter of B. Perimeter of B, likewise the same as for A, which we'll find out the perimeter of B. Perimeter of B equals to breadth. The formula is 2 length plus breadth. So here we get 2 length, we have 7 centimeter, plus breadth we have 5. Gives us 2 into 7 plus 5 gives us 12. That is 24 centimeter. So therefore, we have found out the area of A, area of B, perimeter of A, and perimeter of B. The same way we'll do it. We'll try to solve this question number C. Even here in question number C, even here you can see that I have divided the shape into two groups, that is group A and B. So in order to start with, okay, length of A. We can see the length of A is 5 meter. Length. Now, breadth of A. Now, when you see that the total breadth, if you can see here, it's given as 4 meter. But however, when we separated, we have separated the shapes into two groups, that is group A and group B. So for A, we can see that the breadth is 3 meter. The total breadth is 4. So 4 minus 1 gives us 3. Right? So let's find out the area. Area of A. Length into breadth. That is 5 into 3 meters square gives us 15 meters square. So what I want to do here is, like, rather than finding area together and perimeter together, let's try to find out area and perimeter first for group A and area and perimeter subsequently for group B. So now I found out the area of A. Now let's find out the perimeter. Perimeter of A. Formula we have 2 bracket L plus B. 2 length, as we can see we have 5. Breadth, as we can see we have 3 meter. 2 into 8 gives us 16 meter. So we have the area of A, we have the area of perimeter of A. The same way we'll try to calculate the area of B as well as the perimeter of B. Now, length of B. We can see that the length of B is 4 meter, as you can see from the figure itself. Now breadth of B, 1 meter. Now area. Area of B equals to length into breadth. Length is 4, breadth is 1. 4 meters square. So we get the value of, we get the area of B as 4 meters square. Subsequently, let's try to find out the perimeter of B. Perimeter of B, same formula, twice L plus B. Twice length is 4 plus breadth is 1. 2 into 5 gives us 10 meter. Here we have found out the same way like question number A. We have found out the perimeter as well as the area of both the shapes for both the sides. Now moving on to the next one. Question number 3. Copy and complete. We'll move on to the next question, that is question number 3. Okay. Question number 3, it says, copy and complete the workings to find the area of the blue section in this diagram. Area of the large rectangle. If you can see at the figure in the textbook, you can see the figure is given there, right? So, area of the large rectangle. That means we know area of large rectangle. Or in the previous question, we can call it as large and small rectangle as well. Okay, we have here 30 into box equals to square. Area of hole, that is 8 into square. Now blue area equals to now, when you look in the figure, you can, I will not draw the figure here, but kindly refer to your textbook. When you look in the figure, you will see that the length of the large rectangle is given as 30 centimeter, and then the breadth of the large rectangle is given as 10 centimeter. So area of the rectangle formula we know it's length into breadth. So this third peak is our length. So the breadth will be our 10. So gives us 300 centimeter square. Now when we look into the smaller rectangle, there is inside the large rectangle, we can see the area of the hole the same way. When you look at the smaller rectangle, you can see the length is 8 centimeter as well as the breadth is given there as 4 centimeter. So this 8 denotes our length, whereas the 4 becomes our breadth. So when we calculate it together, we get 32 centimeter square. That is area of the small hole, that is area of the hole is 32 centimeter square. Now, blue area, we are asked to find the how much area the blue section covers up. So what we do is like, we will subtract the smaller rectangle from the larger rectangle. So blue area equals to, the larger rectangle is 300, right? Minus 32. So when we subtract 32 from 300, we get 862. The answer we get is 268 centimeters square. What does it mean? It means that like the area covered by the blue section is 268 centimeter square. Now, the same way we'll do question number 4. Question number 4a. Now, for this, let me draw the figure. Okay. For question number 4, question number 4 says, work out the area of the red section in each of these diagrams. This becomes easier since we have done question number 3. It's the same as question number 3. Now, from question number 4, I will do number 1. That is, I'll do 1, and then number B will be your homework. So, let me draw the figure for you. We are asked to find the area of the red section in each of these diagrams. Here we can see there are two rectangles. One is a large rectangle, the other one is a smaller rectangle. So we'll first try to find out the area of the larger rectangle, and then we'll also try to find out the area, or calculate the area of the smaller rectangle. And what happens, just like question number 3, we'll subtract it and then we'll get the answer. So, now, area of the large rectangle. Formula is length into breadth. So, for a large rectangle, we have the length as 9 and breadth as 8. Since it's area, so it will be in square units. It gives us 72 centimeters square. Clear? Now, area of the small rectangle. That is length into breadth. So length we have here as 6 and breadth we have here as 2. That is centimeters square. That is 12 centimeters square. Now we are asked to calculate the area of the red section. Therefore, area of the red section. Red section. That means area of the large rectangle minus area of small rectangle. Now area of large rectangle is 72 centimeters square minus area of small rectangle is 12 centimeters square. 2 minus 2 is 0, 7 minus 1 is 6, 60 centimeters square. So this is the area of the red section. Okay, from question number 2, B and D will be your homework. Question number 3, I've done. Question number 4, B and D, try to do at home. Now moving on to exercise 18.4. 18.4, we will be solving sums that is based on cuboids. Now, before we jump into the exercise, let's try to find out first of all. Now, when we talk about cuboids, right? So it's a shape which has a length, breadth, and height. So these are very simple questions we have, so we'll not waste much time. So 18.4 question number 1 says, now before we start, let's try to find out the volume. The formula for volume of a cuboid formula is your length into breadth into height. That is your formula for volume. In this exercise, we will be dealing with volume only. So volume equals to length into breadth into height. Now, question number 1. From question number 1, I'll do one sum. Work out the volume of each of these cuboids. So cuboid, they have given as 7 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 2 centimeter. So we can see here solution length 7 centimeter, breadth 4 centimeter, height 2 centimeter. So the question is, work out the volume of these cuboids. We are asked to calculate, we are asked to find out the volume. As we know, the formula for a volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. Using this formula, we'll calculate the volume of this particular cuboid. So volume, therefore volume formula is length into breadth into height. So length is 7, breadth is 4, and height is 2. Remember, volume will always be in cubic units, whereas area will be in your square units, right? So when you calculate it, 7 4 times gives us 28. 28 2 times gives us 7 into 4 is 28. 28 into 2 gives us how much? 56. That is the volume of this particular cuboid is 56 centimeter cube. B and C, you'll follow the same way. You'll follow the same formula, that is volume, length into breadth into height, and then you'll find out the answer. Now from question number 2 as well. From question number, there is no difference between question number 1 and question number 2. So even from question number 2, I shall do one sum. That is, work out the volume of each of these cuboid. It's the same as question number 1. So here we can see the length is given as 3, breadth is given as 2, and height is given as 2 meter. You'll use the same formula, that is a volume of a cuboid. Formula is length into breadth into height. That is, length is 3 into 2 into 2 meter cube. 3 2 times gives us 6. 6 2 times gives us 12 meter cube. Alright? Now this is how you find out the volume of a cuboid. Now in the next exercise, we will be discussing about how to find out the surface area of a cuboid. Now moving on to the next exercise, there is exercise 18.5. In this particular exercise, we shall be discussing about how to calculate the surface area of a cuboid. As you can see in exercise 18.4, we have discussed about how to calculate the volume of a cuboid using a very simple formula, that is length into breadth into height. Now as we move on to the next exercise, there is the surface area of a cuboid. So as you have seen, the volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. In the same way, total surface area of a cuboid will be 2 length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. So this will be the formula that we will use in order to find the surface area of a cuboid. Using this, we'll try to find out the surface area. Now, number 1, 18.5 is 18.5, number 1A. Centimeters, 6 centimeter, and 4 centimeter. You can see here they have given us the dimensions, that is the length, breadth, and the height. If you can see the figure in the textbook and then my figure is a little bit different, but it's all the same only. Now let's consider the dimension, that is length 9 centimeter, breadth 6 centimeter, and height 4 centimeter. Okay, so let's use this formula in order to find out the surface area of a cuboid. Therefore, surface area equals to, let's use the formula 2 length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. 2 length into breadth. We have length here as 9 into 6 plus breadth into height, that is 6 into 4 plus length into height, that is 9 into 4. Let's calculate it. 2. 9 into 6 gives us 54. 6 into 4 gives us 24. 9 4 times gives us 36. Clear? So gives us twice 54 plus 24 plus 36. 54 plus 24 plus 36. 10, 14, 4, 1. 10 plus 1, 11. So we get here 2 into 1, 1, 4 gives us 228 centimeters square. So by using this formula, the surface area of a cuboid, we have calculated the surface area of this particular cuboid, that is 228 centimeter square. Now from question number 2, even from question number 2, I shall do one sum. Question number 2A, that is 2A, where the height is given as 4 meter, 6 meter, and 5 meter. Let's consider the dimensions, that is length as 6 meter, breadth as 5 meter, and height as 4 meter. Even here we are asked to find the surface area of each cuboid. So we shall use the same formula, that is twice length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. So we get it twice length into breadth, that is 6 into 5 plus 5 into 4, 6 into 4. Twice 30 plus 20 plus 24. Twice 30 plus 20 is 50, 50 plus 24 is 74. 148 meter square. Using the same formula, please do question number B as well. Now moving on to the last sum that we have, that is question number 4. In question number 4, work out the surface area of this cuboid. Give your answers in millimeter square and centimeter square. So for question number 4, let's see. Length is given as number A. Length is given as 3 centimeter. Okay, let's take it as 3 centimeter. Now breadth, let's take it as 8 millimeter, and height, let's take it as 50 millimeter. Now First, in question number A, it says give your answer in millimeter square. Now when we look here, we can see the breadth and then the height both are in millimeter units, but whereas for length it's in centimeter unit. So we need to convert this centimeter into millimeter. So let's convert it 3. Right? In 1 centimeter we have 10 millimeter. So 33 centimeter means 30 millimeter. Now you can see that all the units are in millimeters, right? Yes or no? Now we are asked to find out the surface area. Now, therefore, surface area will be 2 length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. So 2 length into breadth is 30 into 8 plus 8 into 15 plus 30 into 15. 2, we get it 240 plus 15, 8 times is 120, 15, 3 times is 450. Now when we add all this up together, 240 plus 120 plus 450, we get is 0, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 1, 3, 4 plus 4 is 8. We get here as 810. Now when you multiply 1600 millimeter square. Using the same way, kindly make sure that you do for question number B as well. Now here I stop the final thing. We have come to an end. Whereas in the PPT I have done for exercise 18.1 and 18.2. In today's video, I have tried to cover from 18.3, 18.4 and 18.5. Please make sure that you do the assignments and complete the assignments, and then kindly send it to the concerned subject matters before the submission time is over. Thank you, stay safe, stay strong, and have a great weekend. Thank you.